Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the tight groin module. Well, sorry to hear that you're here in the tight groin module because it means you got tight groin, but that's all right because we're gonna fix that up, all right? And we're gonna do that with 5 exercises in this little routine. So to start off, we're gonna go through soft tissue quality. So address the fascia, scar tissue, muscle adhesions, muscle fascia adhesions that you might have lingering in that area. We're gonna address that with the foam roller. So we're gonna use the ASMR technique, and I'll give you a quick run through here, but you can refer to the full video if you want a little more in-depth tutorial. But what you're gonna do is line up on the foam roller, start with the roller at your knee, and then you're gonna roll down as you pull your heel towards your butt, okay? And you can go back and forth actually with the groin, because we're just trying to mobilize as much as we can in the different directions, because the groin doesn't really hit the knee per se, doesn't attach or cause movement at the knee joint. We can just do different movements to get the hamstrings involved as well. Okay, with the ASMR technique, all right? So you're just gonna spend some time there on both sides, and then you're gonna move on. And what we're moving on to is the lateral leg drop. So this is another exercise from the main hip flexibility solution program, and it's in the core section. So with this exercise, hips up, squeezing the glutes, and then you're gonna drive that leg up to the ceiling. So it's pointing straight up and down. Arms are out to the sides here, keeping the hips up high. You're gonna open up the legs, all right? So this is gonna mobilize that groin, but it's also gonna work activation in the glute, opposite side, as well as working the core and the hip flexors, all right? So you do one side, then you move on to the other side. And this trains a very important concept called dissociation. So dissociation, what happens often is muscles fire together and they wire together. So when you fire one muscle, you fire both, even if you don't want to. Well, the problem with that is that's inefficient. You know, when we're firing muscles that we don't need working, but we're actually firing them, we're wasting energy. To contract a muscle, to work a muscle, requires energy. So the more that we can shut that off and dissociate and only work muscles that we need to be working while letting others relax, that's a good thing. So this exercise is a function, or it came about from my desire to help my athletes kick higher. So what we need to do is we need to be able to loosen the groin, mobilize the groin while working the core and the hip flexors and the glutes. So you're standing on one leg here, you're throwing a kick, you gotta get the hip flexors working to bring the leg around, you gotta get this balance on the one leg, so his glute muscle is all deep rotator and stabilizing muscles in the hip, all the while stretching out the groin right here so that you can get that leg up high if you're going for a head kick. So this exercise trains all those qualities and is really great for any martial artists who want to loosen up their groins to throw higher kicks. But it's also useful for you if you're not a martial artist and you're not throwing kicks, just to get that groin loosened up. All right, so next exercise. We did the ASMR, did the lateral leg drop. Now we're on the squat with the elevated abducted leg. So you want to get your leg up to the side on something. It could be a bench press. Start off lower, work your way up. And from here, you just want to squat down, okay? So I don't have a lot of movement. I would actually, for me personally, go a little bit lower than this, but you're just trying to get that range of motion, squatting down while getting a bigger stretch. So this is a dynamic mobility exercise for the adductors from the bottom up position. So we've got the stretch here, and then we add stretch through the hip, so the top of the joint there, okay? Both legs, obviously, 6 to 10 reps per side. Lateral leg drop, you want to do anywhere from 5 to 10 reps per side, all right? So we're addressing all these different types of movements. Lateral leg drop is open chain. Squat with the leg up is closed chain. So again, we're hitting different neuromuscular factors as well as different angles to work the muscles and to mobilize them to the biggest bang for your buck. Next up is a fun little exercise. Like if you want to go primate, then this is a good one for you. So this is a lateral crawl, and how you want to do this is, if you can, get into a squat with your hands on the ground. My feet are flat on the ground here, okay? Hands are on the ground, and all I'm going to do is slowly bring my leg out to the side, and then bring myself over, and then bring my other leg down, okay? And I can go in one direction if I've got room here, just go all the way over, and then back and forth, just like so. Just nice and slow. Get that leg out, and then bring yourself over, all right? If you're a little bit too tight, bring your weight forwards, so bring my hands forwards now, not so much in between my legs, but in front of me, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Let my heels go off the ground, but the same thing, okay? So this is a little bit easier if you're not quite as mobile, and you don't have that squat down yet. But this exercise, the lateral crawl, if you don't have that squat down, is gonna help you to get that squat down. So make sure you do it up. So you go about 10 steps in either direction on either side, and that's gonna mobilize your hips. Nice down low. So you got the hips flexed now. Hips are flexed and you're working the groin. So all these different angles, we're hitting it. That's how we're gonna get the biggest bang for our buck. Last up is the leg swing. So the leg swing, now, I'm just going to use this as a support because I'm not going to move over to the wall, but kicking the legs out, all right? Keep the chest up. I could even use this. I could even go no support, actually. And aiming for the hand up to the side. Okay, so here we're getting speed involved, velocity. All right, so we're doing all these different things, addressing it, attacking it from different angles, different neuromuscular factors, so that we can mobilize the groin and finally get those muscles loose if they've been bugging you for a while. And we can get them loose as quickly as possible. All right, so this is a routine. You can do it every day. I recommend it every day. Frequency helps. Ingrain these good movement patterns and good firing patterns. So do it every day if you can. At least do it before your workouts if your groin is limiting you in things. All right, guys, so there's your groin mobilization module. Hit me up with your results after using it for a while. I'd love to hear it. Okay, I'm out. Peace.